The sinister old mansion stood before me like a haunted sentinel, its decaying walls cloaked in darkness. The moonlight barely penetrated the thick fog that clung to the grounds, adding an eerie atmosphere to the night. Despite the chilling warnings from the locals, I was drawn to explore the secrets that lay within its forsaken walls. With a creaking of the rusted iron gate, I stepped into the overgrown courtyard, my heart pounding in anticipation and trepidation. The once elegant mansion now stood in a state of decay, its windows boarded up as if to keep the darkness contained within. As I entered through the broken front door, a shiver ran down my spine, and a musty odor filled the air. The floorboards creaked underfoot, and the faint sound of dripping water echoed through the hallways. I couldn't help but feel a sense of unease as the sinister presence of the mansion seemed to close in around me. I made my way through the darkened corridors, my flashlight providing a feeble source of light against the encroaching shadows. The walls were adorned with faded portraits, their once vibrant colors now reduced to ghostly impressions of long-forgotten faces. As I reached the grand staircase, a chill swept over me. The air seemed to grow heavier, and an unnatural silence settled over the mansion. My flashlight flickered, casting sinister shadows on the walls. A faint whisper seemed to echo through the corridors, carrying haunting melodies that sent shivers down my spine. I pressed on, my curiosity warring with the dread that gripped me. On the second floor, I stumbled upon a decrepit library, its shelves lined with dusty tomes and ancient manuscripts. One particular book caught my eye, a weathered leather-bound volume with strange symbols adorning its cover. Drawn to its eerie allure, I reached out to touch it. As my fingers made contact with the book, a sudden gust of wind blew through the room, extinguishing my flashlight and plunging me into complete darkness. Panic surged through me, but before I could react, the room was filled with an ethereal glow. The book seemed to open on its own, revealing a sinister inscription written in an unknown language. A voice, cold and distant, echoed in my mind, whispering ancient incantations that sent chills down my spine. The room grew colder, and I felt a presence watching me from the shadows. The eerie glow intensified, revealing a figure standing at the far end of the room, a woman dressed in tattered garments, her face obscured by a veil of darkness. A sense of foreboding washed over me, and I stumbled backward, desperate to escape the spectral encounter. But an invisible force held me in place, leaving me defenseless against the haunting figure. In a voice that seemed to come from the depths of the abyss, the apparition spoke, "You have disturbed the long-forgotten slumber of the mansion. Now, you shall be bound to its malevolence." Terror gripped my heart as I realized that the sinister mansion had a malevolent life of its own. The spectral figure moved closer, and I could see her eyes, glowing orbs of malice and sorrow. Desperate for escape, I searched my mind for a way to break free from the mansion's clutches. In a moment of clarity, I recalled the inscription in the haunted book. Summoning all my courage, I recited the incantations, the words unfamiliar yet strangely empowering. With each verse, the glow around the apparition dimmed, and the sinister presence that held me captive began to wane. In a final surge of determination, I recited the last lines, and the spectral figure let out a bone-chilling wail before vanishing into the shadows. The mansion trembled as if releasing a sigh of defeat. The ethereal glow faded, and I was left standing in the darkness, my heartbeat the only sound echoing through the haunted mansion. With the malevolence lifted, I found my way out of the sinister old mansion, vowing never to return to its forsaken halls. As I stepped into the moonlit courtyard, a weight lifted from my shoulders, and the fog seemed clear. The mansion had tested my courage and resolve, revealing the darkness that dwells within its walls. I had witnessed the malevolent life that clung to the decaying estate, a testament to its haunting history. From that night on, the sinister old mansion remained abandoned, shrouded in local legends of its haunting presence. I kept the haunted book as a reminder of the night I confronted the malevolence within its walls. As I left the haunted mansion behind, I carried with me the knowledge that some places are best left undisturbed, and that there are shadows lurking in the darkness, waiting to ensnare the curious and the unsuspecting. The sinister old mansion would forever remain a chilling reminder of the malevolence that lies within the hearts of those who dare to enter its forsaken domain.